Peace and love, family. Peace and love. It's your boy Chris Enlightened coming back again with some more spiritual vittles. And today I'm going in on developing your spiritual cadence. Ooh, this is a good one, family. This is a good one. You know, a lot of people wonder what their spiritual cadence is. And your spiritual cadence is nothing more than a rhythmic sequence of your spirituality. It's not always about what you say, it's more about what you think and do. That dictates the momentum or the impetus or the fervor of your spiritual cadence. I'm gonna talk about for me. My spiritual cadence goes like this. You must define who you are. Are you a part-time spiritual practitioner, an intermediate spiritual practitioner, or is it something you do? It becomes you, full-time spiritual practitioner. And that's my spiritual cadence. I speak with spirituality on my tongue, the way I think, the way I interact with people, my emotional intelligence, all that good stuff is a derivative or reflection of my spiritual cadence. I remember back in the day before I started to even work on my spiritual cadence, I was like most humans, pessimistic thinker, always thinking of what bad was going to happen, preparing for rainy days. The world's against me. A litany of things on what was reconstructing my reality for me not to win is what I was speaking and doing and thinking. And just simply being, I was embracing being on a human wall of suffering because my environment that I come from, everyone was. It was just a thing to do. Whoever was losing the most was winning. Whoever was winning at losing, you know what I mean? But as I started to evolve spiritually and mentally, I realized that I needed to work on my spiritual cadence. I needed to change up my vernacular, the way I was speaking. I had to stop speaking with so much death in my life, worrying about bad things. There's duality in everything, family. The same way you worry about unfavorable situations, you have the consciousness or the choice to focus on positive things. And I just had to make that shift in my life. Stop worrying about the negative. Stop worrying about the police always following me. Stop worrying about this. Stop worrying about that. Really started to develop an astute spiritual cadence. Because what most people don't understand is this. Whether you are arguing with the negative energy, or you're talking about the negative energy, or simply thinking about the negative energy, it's all the same energy that you're feeding to that energy. You're becoming a beacon for that energy to find more of you and you to embrace more of it. A lot of the things that we partake in are what I would call habitual. The same way you think negative, the same way you eat bad food, the same way you curse, do drugs. It's almost like a ritual, it's a habit. And there are entities that take on your energy just so they can do more of the negative things that they coerce you to do. It's just as simple as that. But there's going to have to come a time in your spiritual life and in your spiritual mind that you're going to have to usurp your divinity. You got to embrace your cornucopia of spirituality and start choosing to do more, be better. If it's not in alignment with your higher self, don't do it. There's always a balance or a battle between your lower self and your higher self. Your higher self is there whispering in your ear, don't do that, Chris. Go ahead and meditate. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and say some mantras. Be good. You know, things like that. But your lower self is always telling you, you can wait on your spiritual practices. You know, you got the rest of your life to win. Go ahead and smoke this dope. It'll make you feel better. Go ahead and drink. All those things is a constant battle. But the one that lasts the longest or the one that wins is the one you feed the most. And I just made a conscious effort to stop feeding the lower aspects of myself. I want that thing to die off. I don't want it to die off. I want to raise it up out of wherever it's at and to bring it to the light. And just bring it to the light, family. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I've done and still doing. I'm always working on different aspects of myself. I'm always aware of my spiritual cadence. These videos, I'm forced to be aware of my spiritual cadence. I don't curse in these videos. I'm conveying a lot of love and light and joy and happiness and well wishes to you while I'm speaking. You know, none of this stuff is scripted. All this stuff I'm talking about is nothing more than me spewing my spiritual cadence at you. I get an idea and say, you know what? Let me talk about this. Let me talk about that. And that's just what I do. I don't have anything planned. This is nothing more than a reflection of my spiritual cadence, and I'm giving it to you. I'm offering it to you. You know, a lot of people like to give money. I like to give time. It takes time to make all these videos. It takes time to, set the camera up, upload the video, make sure there's no errors, add music to my videos. It takes time to do that. And I'm doing it all for you because I want you to win. I want to add a different variable in your reality that was going to help you win. We are bombarded with so many negative influences in a day that our subconscious mind is programmed to do what we feed off of. If you're always watching the news, you're always watching these crazy movies, you're always listening to crazy music, you're always submerging yourself around crazy people, you're choosing to embrace low vibratory energy in your life. The way you think, act, and speak is either going to attract particles of light or particles of darkness. One thing about this, I always get this question in consultations and emails. My friends and my family, my boo, my lover, my husband, my wife, they so negative. What can I do? You have to challenge people to evolve if they're going to be around you. You got to let them know like this. Listen, I love you. And if you want to be around me, you got to stop cursing. You got to stop talking so negative. Or don't say anything because I'm working on my spiritual self and I don't want any of your dumpster juice in my life. Okay? One or two things are going to happen. They're either going to be forced to meet you on your God tier or they're going to run away from you in fear. They're going to find ways to be mad at you so you can distance yourself from them or they can get an excuse to distance themselves from you. And it's okay. Whenever the universe takes a void out of your life, it always fills the void with something positive. Always. I've never known anyone to choose better, to mentally choose better, and the universe gives them something worse. It doesn't work like that. Everything in your life is a reflection of how you feel. That's it. When I was young, everything around me was poverty because I felt like I was poor. I didn't feel like a winner. I felt like a child who was missing out on things. I felt like a fatherless child. But when I got older, I realized I wasn't a fatherless child. My father was a childless dad. You know what I mean? Because I was a God. I came here already ready. I chose to not have my father in my life so I can be double the man. You know what I mean? When no one teaches you anything and you learn it on your own, you become twice the man or twice the woman because it's not parented information. It's information that you've come up with yourself. It's from your own nose system. No one can take that away. Where you get that from, Chris? I experienced it. That's where I got it from. And I'm winning. You really need to have spiritual fervor or spiritual ingenuity. You really need to start working on your spiritual cadence. And my spiritual cadence starts and ends the same way. When I wake up, when I'm taking my shower, my bath, brushing my teeth, I'm saying divine prayers. I'm going through the litany of divine prayers that I've memorized. You know what I mean, family? When I go to bed or even through the day, if I'm taking a drive, as soon as I get in the car, I don't just immediately bump the beats. I just start saying some divine prayers because I know I'm going to be protected. I start talking to myself. And I don't do it to bring attention. I just do it when I feel the need to do it. One thing that you'll learn once you develop your spiritual cadence, you'll start realizing that you don't care about what other humans think about what you're doing because you're a winner. You ever hear a God ask someone, how you feel about me creating this? It doesn't work like that, family. It doesn't work like that. So I really want you guys to be mindful and start developing your spiritual cadence. The way you talk, the way you act, the way you dress, the way you speak, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you move, the way you conduct yourself around other humans and sentient beings. It's all a reflection of your spiritual cadence. If you're watching this video right now, it's not by chance. Some serendipitous act allowed you to align yourself with me so you can hear this message. A lot of these videos, I'll be like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna do a video today. But something compels me to do it because maybe you needed to hear this right now. You know what I mean? I already know this stuff. But again, all I'm doing is sharing some of the jewels and some of the node systems that I've used to win and I'm giving it to you because I want you to win too. So on that note, family, hopefully you got some jewels. I'm out here winning. You want to support me, go out to Amazon.com and pick up any one of my 5 books. The Enlightened Talk, Poverty Consciousness, Wealth Consciousness, Dissolving Your Limitations, and Consciousness Equals Choice. Bangers, family, bangers. So on that note, you already know what I'm doing. I'm out here winning.